Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Your favorite French Canadian is back with another Grand Chase Mobile video. Today in this video, guys, we're going to talk about the best tank in Grand Chase Mobile. Well, we're going to have 4 tanks that are currently in the game and 1 tank that is expected to be released early February as the next SR character. Talking about this next SR characters, let's take a look at him. Jin. Jin is actually the #1 tank currently in uh, the version of the game that actually have him available. So Jin is coming, amazing tank, good in pretty much every game mode, guys. He will be the most important tank to actually have in your roster. Most important for PvP attack, PvP defense, raids, dual raids, pretty much all the content, guys, to be honest. So since he's not in the game, I want to actually take a quick look at him here. See here, best in adventure, PvP attack, dimensional boss. But I want to take a quick look at his skills. So first skills, you have white flower technique. Shield allies and charge the enemy. Create a shield for all party members equivalent of 15% HP for 5 seconds and charge towards the enemy to deal a certain amount of damage. Charging will consume at least 2 passions. When you deal damage to enemy with charge, have 5% chance to create an additional passion and consume it. Well, we don't know what the passion is. We're going to get that later, I'm guessing. Additional effect, 7 seconds after using his skills, use another charge attack without SP cost. Additional charge attack, have the same effect as the white flower technique. So basically, you use this skill, then 7 seconds later, you can actually use this skill again for free. Then you have the second skill, Stone Immortal. Reduce the damage your ally receives. Jin will consume all the heat he has and for 15 seconds make his allies Stone Immortal status. Stone Immortal status effect. Allies that are in Stone Immortal status, the damage they receive from enemies 30% plus consume heat amount multiplied by 3% is reduced, and the magic damage they deal increased by 10% plus the amount of consumed heat multiplied by 1%. A lot of math to do here. Allies that are in stone effect status will automatically fire a chi bullet every second to the target with the highest attack power. Jin's physical attack 20% plus consume heat count multiplied by 3% and deal range damage. Then if we go in the special ability here, deal damage to enemies, acquire eat and heal allies, 30-second cooldown, 20 special ability points. After Jin flies towards the targeted location, he will rampantly, sorry guys, it's really hard for me to say this word, run around dealing 400%, 420% physical attack damage to all target in the area, recover ally health by 35.1% and acquire 10 heat. So that's pretty much a very strong survival ability, special ability. Then here we have his passive. Attack the enemy and acquire chi force. When Jin attacks the enemy, he has a 25% chance to create and absorb chi force. Stacked 10 times, I'm guessing, from what I can see here. They do not explain though the where he gets the heat from. I'm guessing it's going to be like a rage bar in for warriors, for example, in World of Warcraft, something like that. I'm guessing that's what it's going to be honest. But a lot of stuff to actually come when he get released to see what he has actually exactly he works. But guys, I actually recommend you, if you did not build a serious tank yet, to wait for Jin to be released. There's a rumor date that is going to be February 1st. I don't know if it's the real date, but he is coming to the screen, guys. Well, to the game, so save your resources for him when he comes, because he is literally the best tank in the game. Even after the nerf he got on the Korean server, I don't know if the nerf will be applied to the base characters when he gets released, but the nerf he got on the current server, even after that, he is still the #1 tank on the current server. So when he gets released on the global server, is going to be #1, and there is no doubt about that. Now let's go back into the game diary. We got 4 more tank I want actually to talk about today. So let's go aeroless tank. In second position, guys, second position is hard to decide. We have Ryan and we have Ronan. Ryan and Ronan are actually very, very good, and they are very, very close to each other. Honestly, the only thing that put one ahead of the other one is that it's the PvE usefulness of Ryan that is a tad better than Ronan. So Ryan will be my #2. If you look at um, if you actually look at PvP defense, even PvP attack, Ronan will be over Ryan. But if you take globally all game mode together, Ryan will be a little bit over overboard Ronan, just because in raids Ryan is better, because 30% reduced damage is better than just absorbing damage, in my opinion. Reduced damage plus, and when he drops his totems after using that reduced that shield, nature punishment here. When you actually use nature punishment, then you use totems, you increase the damage by 30% from everybody that actually around that. So it is a huge damage boost, guys, a huge damage boost. So this is what that makes Ryan better than Ronan, because of the PvE aspect of the game. But again, they're like, both of them can actually perform very good in all game mode, in my opinion. So second position, I'll put Ryan. Third position, I put Ryan. Ryan brings a lot of shield to the actual game, which is actually very, very, very useful. Give me a sec, guys, here. Okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, if we look at his skills, see here we have create a shield to all party members that block 20% of max HP permanently. Will charge and do that kind of shit. Then you have Magic Defender, instantly dispel harmful effect on allies, and for 3 seconds make them invincible. Invincible, I mean they can actually take damage, which is actually very, very strong. If you get silence, you pop that, especially in PvP, you pop that, you're invincible, you're good for a while. You have the special ability, protection effect, along with making your allies invincible for 3 seconds. Ronan will dispel the harmful effect for 15 seconds. So it is crazy. And plus, allies magic damage, there's a typo here, increased by 30%. So if you run with a mage, your mage will get a lot of extra damage. And if we go with its passive, each time Ronan receives damage from the enemy for 5 seconds, the basic skill damage received from enemy will reduce by 5%. And when skills are used for 5 seconds, the basic skill attack damage received from enemy will reduce by 10% to a cap of 40% pretty much. So PvP wise, this guy is the shit. This guy is the one of the best in PvP defense, one of the best in PvP attack, pretty much. PvE is a little bit weaker than the Ryan, as I was saying earlier, but still can actually get the job done pretty good. In some game mode, when you actually need a shield, like in a dimensional chasm or in the dual raid, when you actually need that shield, that invincibility to, this guy is actually going to be a little bit better than Ryan in those situations, but globally, Ryan is a little bit better than him. Now, if we go with the tank that is in actually 4th position, we have This little girl here, we have Poseidon. I probably don't say that name properly, but Poseidon is very similar to Ronan, the second best tank in third best tank behind Jin and Ronan in PvP defense because pretty much the invincible here. Power of God. Through the power of God, basic skill attack damage dealt by enemy to our allies will be reduced by 100% for 5 seconds and a shield of 40% of their max HP. Only 3 seconds, but is very strong shield. Plus you got here the passive. When Poseidon is hit, there's 10% chance she will create a raging wave that will deal damage to enemies in the vicinity. An additional effect, for 5 seconds the target attack speed will be reduced by 50%. So very useful, not as useful as a Ronan, but that 40% shield is crazy from the 1 SP skills, plus the invincibility that lasts 5 seconds makes Poseidon very hard to counter. You need debuff removal, either null, I forgot the full name, but they are actually party skills that will actually remove buff on the target, or Cleo that can actually remove it as a healer to counter Poseidon, which makes her very strong, guys. Then, as the last thing we have here, Captain Boar. Although I'm not a big fan of Captain Boar, he can actually get the job done. Very good at protecting and silencing, so if you actually build this guy up very strong, very good for PvP. But again, guys, most tanks are for PvP. Most tanks are for PvP. Some tanks can actually get some job done in PvE, but their main focus is PvP. To make that your defense cannot actually die, or your offense will survive longer to be able to get their damage done. So if we look at this guy, pretty much you have protect one allies. It's not as good as Ryan again. So basically, as Poseidon is actually the weaker version of Ronan, Boar is pretty much the weaker version of Ryan with some twist. So you can protect one ally. The protect target attack damage is increased actually, which is actually pretty good. And the allies you actually protect will not take any damage pretty much. So that's really very useful. And you have the second skills that will pretty much counter, well, silence the target. And if somebody like Lei actually summon minions, by doing, you see additional effect here, when it hits a summon creature, the summons will be dispelled. So when you fight the summon characters, Boar can actually be very strong. So a very perfect counter for Lei pretty much. We're not going to look at its passive, we're going to look at that here. It's as special, we're going to look at its passive though. Pretty much reduce the damage received of allies around you by 30%. Like a semi-invisible circle around Boar. When allies are standing in that, they take 30% less damage. So that is a very strong, guys. Again, he's like the weaker version of Ryan, but a very useful still, especially in PvP. So guys, if you have other tanks that you think that are actually better than those 5 tanks I named today, please let me know. Give me your feedback in the comment section. I'm not here to tell everybody, hey, I am the right, I am the reason, I am the only truth. I am not that, guys. I like to discuss things about everything in the game with you guys to actually develop a better, tier list and all that kind of content, guys, so we can actually help more people in the long run. So guys, if you don't agree, if you have things you want to have on this video, feel free to drop comment in the comment section, give me your feedback, and go from there. And when we do tier list, we're gonna address those feedbacks pretty much, guys. On that, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the channel, don't forget to hit the like button, and make sure to check out our live streams every day 10 a.m. Central Time for Grand Chase Mobile on Twitch and on YouTube every single day, guys. So Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this content, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.